Hi everyone, welcome back to Paper Moon Journals. Today I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily mass make a bunch of adorable Valentine notepads that include a pen holder. Whether you're gifting them to friends, family, or even selling them at craft fairs, these little notepads are fun, fast, and sure to be loved by anyone who receives them. So let's dive in and take a look at the samples that I have here. I used a combination of the 6x6 and 8x8 pads by Prima. It was the Love Notes collection by Frank Garcia. These designs are so pretty and perfect for Valentine's Day. In addition, you'll also need, for each one you want to create, a sheet of paper. I've chosen tea-stained paper. You'll want a pen to include with the notepad. I got a collection from the Dollar Tree of 8 pens that celebrating breast cancer awareness, and we're all pink. You'll need double-sided tape and glue, scissors, and a paper trimmer, a scoring tool or bone folder, ribbon, washi tape, or any embellishments to make them extra cute. You may want to also have some paper clips and round nose pliers on hand. I'll be making an embellished paper clip to include with the notepad, and then some ink and a blending tool as well. I have a heart-shaped punch. I may use some of that. And then I have this bowl of small cut-aparts and ribbon and other embellishments. You use what you have. And then also I have that packet of Prima flowers. I'd like to start by getting out the sheets of 8x8 paper and getting the pieces that we'll need for our notepad. The flip up part of the notepad, and then the base of these will be made from the 6x6 paper. So we want pieces that are 2 7/8 inches wide. And I'm just rotating the paper in there so that I can see how I like it. And then we're cutting it to 6 inches tall. And that little piece that we cut off, we'll be making a pocket on there. So retain that. And I want 3 of those because we have 3 pieces. 3. We'll be making 3 in our mass make today. Although I ended up, I think, making 8 in total. They were so fun and fast. You could really sit with quite a stack of them and make, I think, probably 6 in an hour quite easily. Go ahead and ink up my pieces and everything off camera, my little flaps and my pocket pieces, but I have 3 prepared. We're done with this one. I'll have 3 prepared and ready set aside to make the cover of our notepad. And then now I have my 6-inch paper out from my 6-inch pad, and I'm scoring it at 3 inches, 4.5, and 5 3/4. The 3-inch score, you don't want to score all the way down. You just want it as a reference point for where to join it together when we fold over the pen section. And again, we can just sit and score each one of these, a stack of them if you wanted. Mass make is so fun, and then you have this great pile of completed projects. These would look great inside a Valentine journal. I know I've included some in a Valentine journal, or you could just send it as happy mail, as a friend, as a gift, or as a Valentine. You could maybe pair it together with a couple other Valentine gifts and put together like maybe a basket or something. It would be a great gift for a friend, a galentine. I have more of the cut aparts from the 6x6. There's actually 3 rows on there, and that was perfect for the amount that we're going to mass make here. So 1 page of the little cut aparts is perfect to make 3 of these. Our mass make, which is why I decided to make 3. And one of them I'm going to decorate with flowers instead of, I'm going to do something slightly different with that. Get myself to use up some of my precious flowers. You want to ink around the edges of your notepad section so that it stands out nicely. And then all of the little cut apart pieces, you want those inked up. And your pocket piece, you'll want to ink around the edge of that. It helps add some definition to it when we have it all assembled together. So the only other thing we need here is our sheet of paper that we fold into thirds and then cut into strips, which we fold in half, and that will be the base of our album. But I did find the measurements on my cutter, and I want to say it was 2 3/8. But if you cut 2 3/8 inch strips, you're left with a 2 3/8 inch strip at the end if it's letter size. But initially I just folded it into thirds and then cut it into strips, so I didn't have to measure. And then I actually had stacks of 2 paper each, so since I got 3 out of there, that'll be perfect for our mass make. Maybe 3 pages each would have been nice. Then when we fold it in half, we have 4 leaves of paper. You know, we could have had 6 leaves of paper if we'd done it the other way. Burnishing down my crease. Another tool that I like to use is a stapler. I like to staple them in, and we want to get our base ready. Let's fold this on the 1/2 inch score line. Or, you know, that little 1/2 inch that's left there. We have a 1 1/4 there we fold. And then we just want to make sure that matches the score line we marked at 3 inches. I like to leave a notch out. It looks nice. This is the section that the pen will go into. Then ink that up. It's so easy to make these. It might even be a good craft for kids, to make gifts for their parents or friends if they were of appropriate age. There we go. And then it's nice if you also add glue to the bottom of this pocket at the same time, gluing the pen pocket shut. On each and every one of these I forget, and I glue that pocket shut at the end. I forgot to score these. We want to score a 1/2 inch. This is the piece we cut from our 8 inch pad. We score that a 1/2 inch at the top so it can fold over. And then we'll grab one of our stacks of notepad paper. You could use plain paper or from the copier or lined paper. I just love the tea stained paper. Just fold that in there. You could glue it in as well.
Oh, wow.
And then staple it. You could also hole punch and then tie a little ribbon and a bow through there, which I wish I had thought of during my mass make. It came to me later. But instead of stapling them, just punch 2 holes and then thread ribbon through and tie a bow. It looks really pretty. Then add glue so that we can glue that in to our notepad pen holder base. And now this is ready to decorate. It looks nice just as it is. You don't have to go any farther if you don't want, but you know me. I just see this little cherub sitting on the bundle of flowers and wondered, I had some fussy cuts sitting nearby that I tried out. And then I thought, no, I have these beautiful flowers that I bought that coordinate with this paper collection, and I should use some of those. You could maybe also just add lace and a ribbon bow. I'd like to make the paper clips fancier by curling the end of the paper clip using my jewelry pliers, my round nose jewelry pliers. I do this to a couple paper clips, so you get to see me do this a few times. And then once I get it curled, I just try to get it flat. I think that looks nicer. And you want to slide the bow onto the paper clip before you curl it up like that, or you can't slide the bow on there. So this time I'm just gonna tie the bow onto the paper clip. Just tie it into a bow myself with the loop and swoop. Just take 2 loops, swoop them around each other and tie them into a knot. And voila, there we are. Nice little embellished paper clip. Sometimes I like to glue the bow in place on the paper clip too. I hope you're having a nice day. If you want to make some of these, I'd love to know what you plan to do with yours. I'd love to hear if you plan to make any of these, what you like to do with them. I think that lace looks great on the bottom of here, the scrap I had with me. I kind of want to cover up the staples at the top. Maybe a couple postage stamps, and these flowers will look nice. Okay, I have 3 flowers out that I plan to use. I love the way the Prima flowers have little gems in the center. And then for the lace, I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces so we get 2 different coordinating looks with the lace, and add some of it to the bottom and then the flowers. I think this looks really nice. It's so nice when you can buy the coordinating flower collection to go with your papers. And these same colors actually coordinate with the Christmas paper collection that was Frank Garcia that I was using at Christmas time. Okay, so I added the flowers, a bow, a couple postage stamps, and then I want to add the embellished paper clip. Just kind of an extra nice thing to have. And then let's glue that pen pocket shut that I forgot to glue shut when I glued the side down. There we go, we can see it with a pen in there. I actually have a packet of breast cancer awareness pens that are pink, so I think those will look nice. I get those out at the very end. Okay, so there's one. Less than 15 minutes, and you can see I'm kind of dawdling here and hemming and hawing at things. Let's get out another base. And another flap and pocket piece. This time we'll decorate the notepad flap with the pocket and everything, like the sample. Just score a 1/2 inch across the top there. And then fold in our little pen pocket. Once we're sure which side we want to be the outside, notch our little thumb notch to make it easier to get the pen in and out. I like inking everything up, but you do you. You could also ink it with red or pink or maybe blue. That could be fun. Again, you want to glue it both at the side and along the bottom of the pocket. And then our little flap, we just fold down a 1/2 inch across the top and then staple our notepad that we made, our little paper notepad we made, and glue it in to our base. And this time I want to glue this on like a pocket. You could also make a fancy little tag that fits in the pocket and goes on the front. I like making it look like it's a bunch of Valentines coming out of the little pocket. This is my plan, and then I just start with the uppermost one and one at a time glue them down on top of each other in an arrangement that I thought looked nice. And then if you had some little punched hearts that you could add to this, that would look nice. We add some ribbon and some lace, that will look nice. I'm going to use a scrap of sari silk just glued across the top to disguise those paper clips and add more decoration. And this time I think I'll use the little pom-pom scrap I have. It's just the right size. Then let's make one of those fancy double bows. I remember to keep my fingers under the camera this time. And there we go. I think that'll look really pretty. We can just glue it to the project, or we can add it to the paper clip. It's much easier if you do that now. And then curl up the end with these round nose pliers so that it looks extra pretty. And if you want, you can glue the bow into place on the end of the paper clip so it doesn't slide around. Just fluffing up the bow the way I like it and clipping that onto the pocket. Also, glitter could be nice. I have a container of paper flowers I should bring over. We can add some paper flowers. That really helps make it look fancy. Adding some pretty paper flowers. There we go. We have 2 done, and we're ready to do the third one. Less than 20 minutes. Okay, so let's score this at 1/2 inch. Obviously, we would have wanted to score these all at once at the start. That would have made it much faster. I think I'd like making them 3 at a time, and then just would sit and make 3 at a time until I was either done with my pad or satisfied I'd made enough. This might be a nice project, craft project for senior center, maybe? I don't know. I haven't done any teaching at the senior center. But maybe this is something capable seniors who are looking for something to fill their day would enjoy making. And they could give it to family or friends, loved ones. We just take our little notepad we made at the beginning, staple that in. We'll glue it down onto our base. You could also add a magnet to the base and put this on your refrigerator. Make it a little refrigerator notepad. I don't know if anybody's actually going to use this. I kind of hate covering up that little cherub, but this is the plan and we're sticking with it. So I like this arrangement. I'm going to glue them down like this. Crafting is thirsty work. And then just glue them down one at a time on top of each other. Let's get the lace. I liked using the ribbon across the top, so we'll do that again. And then let's cut the lace apart and use it on the top and bottom edge of our pocket. I think this looks nice. And then at the end, I decided to put lace from on the back side all across the bottom of them, and you'll see that. I noticed that the sample had that and it looked so nice that I went back through all of my projects when I thought I was done and then added lace all across the bottom, glued to the back side so that it peeks out from the back. It looks so nice. Let me make another bow. This time we can use the fork method. You wrap it around like a shawl and then poke that piece underneath the shawl through the center tines of the fork, pull it out the back of the fork, and then up through the middle of the fork and tie it in a knot. This is a tip that I learned from Shabby Dabby Doodah many, many years ago. Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah. I have a bunch of her older digitals, and then I haven't bought any of her newer stuff. I don't have as much time for watching videos as I used to. I spend a lot of time either working my day job or crafting. And then I insist on watching the videos for everybody that I'm in a collaboration with. And so when I have time to watch videos, that almost fills up all my time. My video watching time is co-collaborators. Even if their videos aren't part of the collaboration, you know, if we're just involved in a collaboration together. Here they are. So they're almost done. This is before I added the lace at the back, but I think they already look really nice. And I believe I have the pens with me when we look at them with the lace across the back. I like this one with the pom-pom. I think that's fun. I just start the crease for the little notepad for the recipient gets it. And then a little embellished paper clip they can use to clip the notepad shut or just as a bookmark. I really liked that one with the blue lace across the bottom. That was one of the samples. And it was after filming this that I realized, wow, I think they would all look better with the lace across the bottom. So let's jump forward to where I've already done that. Okay, so now we're back. I've added the lace across the bottom, and I have all of the pens, the breast cancer awareness pens, and we can put the pens inside and see how nice that looks. I think a few of these I'll put in my Advent box for next year's Christmas Advent box, where there'll be 25 days of gifts. I'm going to be working on that all year this year instead of just in November, and I think it's going to be even more spectacular than it was last year. So this blue pen looks okay, but I think it looks really nice with the breast cancer pens. And then here you can see how nice they look with that extra pop of pink at the top. And there you go. You've got your super cute Valentine's notepad with a pen holder. You can make a bunch of these in no time, perfect for giving as gifts or selling at craft fairs. If you're giving them away, you could wrap them up with some cellophane and a cute tag or tie them together with a little bow. They're simple but so personal and thoughtful. I hope you enjoyed this project and are inspired to make some of your own. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun crafting tutorials. I'd love to see your creations, so feel free to share them with me on social media platforms. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting!